All right, here we are. Here we are. There's three of us still. We still got three. So I'm inside. We got inside. We got Rob J Speck over there.
What's up? What's up?
And then we got the product down below today. Yes.
There we go.
Nice haircut product. Yeah, hey guys, today I got my Wu-Tang is Forever shirt. Presidents are temporary. Just talk to Rob before. I bought this under Trump, but it sticks with Biden, and I'm 42, so it goes for all the ones almost I've been alive, just so y'all know.
There you go.
All right.
Strong message.
I'm going to go over the slides real quick. We're going to intro J Spec a little more product. We're going to go over what happened to you last week in the Tapology product as well. We'll go over that. You got it. But also,
bring it up.
Let's also bring up where Tristan is right now. Octagon Bets. Where's he at, product?
Take your pick. Mr. Worldwide is in Miami. I think he was playing poker with Kobe Covington last. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then trickling down to the Florida Keys, somewhere around there.
It's just like the young guys, Rob. This guy's like, how old is he? We think I don't even know. He's young, but he's not there for spring break.
I don't know.
That's what he said, but that's over with, right? I don't know. Whatever. All right, let's get to it. So, I'm gonna introduce Rob's gonna get a little talk about his slide because Rob got some cool stuff going on right now over there.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. And you've come up. When I get to your slide in a second, we're gonna talk about your Twitter rise. Obviously, we got tomorrow. We got the UFC early. The card is pretty good. I'm actually excited about some of the lower level fights, almost more than the main fights. Right?
Yes.
I'm really excited about the way this card is built. To be honest, there's some criticism from air quote casual fans or people who don't appreciate the sport as a whole for the previous cards' star power.
Right.
But all of those cards have come through and were very entertaining. So I have a little bit of apprehension that I look at this card and on paper, I'm like, hell yeah, this is going to be good. I really hope we don't get let down. That's all I can say.
My only concern is that girl fight on the main card. I don't know McCann. I don't know if that's going to really do it for me, but we'll get to that in a second. Hey, overall, I got the orange belt right now. I'm 68.4% right there. Just so y'all know, I'm not saying bet what I bet. But those are some numbers for me. There's the product. It's only your first go.
First one.
You're going up. You're going up. Don't worry. There's you.
Let's clarify that. It's my first one.
Now, Tristan,
I gotta get in your league, man, because I'm a black belt, man.
Yeah, I'll get you. I'll send you the info on it. And you can jump in. Everybody gets in over there. And then we got Tristan's at 65%. He's got computer programs and stuff though. So just so you know, I'm 3%. Now this is his heart picks. This aren't his algorithm picks, but I'm still ahead of the young buck there too for now.
But 65% as a white belt, man, that's dangerous. You're dangerous, sir. I see you.
I think I'm an orange belt, but I think it's just because I don't have a lot of picks yet. I just started doing it a couple.
I was talking about product. That's what you got, right? 65%.
He's 58%.
58%.
He had 8
gotcha.
Right.
That's still better than a coin. That's what's up.
Not bad. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
So here's Rob J Spec. Look at all those followers, 7,800. He's busy on Twitter.
Jeez.
Thank you.
Yeah, he runs the All-Star Sports Space. Now, product, if you don't know, it's a cool thing. It's on Twitter. It's real easy to get to. He's got a space, and there's all these people in it. He has some famous guys come through there, and they just talk about the fight. There's no picture, so you don't have to be worried about what you look like. And he gives you the mic, and you could talk. He goes around. They say who they're going to pick. It's fun. I usually do it early in the card. And then I start getting, how I get a little twisted up, and then I got to get off things, and I don't want to be talking like that. But so I got 2 spots I go. I go to Rob's spot, which you can talk about in a second, and I go to the Rush Hour spot. I go to 2 spots when I'm on my couch, and they're both good spots. So go ahead, Rob. You want to tell us about it a bit?
Well, I appreciate it very much. So I am the host for the All-Star Sport. So at the All-Star Sport on Twitter, they are a media outlet that does roughly 50 or more interviews with MMA fighters every month. I'm just lucky enough to be their host. And just like NJ mentioned, we have a fight watch party. And since there's no video involved, you can be as wild as you want with your luck and be in your pajamas, be comfortable in your house. Yep. And basically, we tie it in to another app called the @Fanatics MMA app. You can find it in your Play Store. It's 100% free to play. And you want to join J Spec's Prize League. It's the only league around that I know of. Excuse me. MMA wise, that you can win autographed memorabilia. So this is how it functions. Once per month, the champion of the month on the app wins autographed memorabilia, and every pay-per-view event that we have a watch party for, if you're the best picker in the Twitter space, you don't have to be one of the best of the hundreds in the league, just the best person in that room chatting it up with us, you also win autographed memorabilia. So the scoring system is based on Vegas odds. So the scoring system is pretty fair, and you got to win money, to be the best picker. And that's basically it. If you got any questions, please message me, hit me up at JSpec the host, as you can see on the slide here, and boom. There you go.
And it's fun. And just so you know what I click with Rob, when I've been on to Twitter for a little while. Rob is very like me. Like, he'll follow a guy who follows him back. Look at his numbers: 7,800 following, 7,800 followers. And
I'm about loving everybody, man.
I hate when people think that I have to follow them and they're not going to follow me. Like, they know something more than I know. Like, that pisses me off, man. Like, I know it pisses you off. You're worse than me with it. Like, you'll call somebody out in the chat room like, bro, it's been 3 days, and they'll follow back. What's going on?
I've done it for you too. You remember? So I'll yeah, man, that's not cool. That's to me, I think of it like this. I'm sticking my hand out to shake your hand and saying hi.
Right.
And you just you hit me with that, and I'm just left with my hand out. Nah.
And I'm too grown for that. And Mike will slam you on your head for that. You know what I mean? Like, Mike's a wrestling coach. He'll
yeah.
for that shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So last thing about the at the All-Star Sport watch parties, we try, it's not a guarantee, but we try to get fighters to come in pretty much.
Yeah.
I want to say most of the time. And we have a good list of fighters that come through that's always ever growing. And some people from the media, while you're watching the fights and see those Twitter opinions, some of those guys come around too. We go around every fight, someone with the microphone gets to make their picks. Everybody makes their picks. We alternate microphones, so it's not like hogged up. Because some of these spaces, to your point, NJ, some of these spaces, they hold the mics hostage and they only let certain people speak. This is about bringing the MMA community together. So thank you for this moment to share with everyone.
Yeah, and I'm going to make a snippet of this for the, like, you can share it. So you have to watch this whole thing. It's hard to watch these whole things, but yeah, we'll definitely put it out there for you. It's a good time, you know what I mean? Especially with COVID, people don't go out, like, stop going out. It's a good time, and I enjoy your space. So we'll do it. All right, let's get into the card here. We're gonna start. We usually go pretty quick spec on the undercard. Just because nobody wants to hear it really. Oh wait, here's the thing again. This is the Rush Hour group. Boom. Hey Mike, you know what I'm saying? Sitting in third place right there. When you see me, Mike?
Where am I? I'm way down there.
Yeah, you're number 20. Yeah. So whatever. Yeah, hey, every week is a new week, right? Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm very bad with pronunciation. If anybody's better than me, sure. Mohammed Moke or Moki. And Cody Durden is leading off the card. This guy's from England. He's 5-0. He's the moderate favorite. Cody Durden. Cody Durden's a pretty tough kid. But I got Mokaev by submission in round 2. Go ahead. Let's go to Rob, then we'll go to Mike, and then we'll come back around.
So Mokaev, it says 5-0 on his professional record right now, but I believe if you look him up, he's got like 25 amateur bouts.
Okay.
This guy's got a deep amateur background, so he's basically like 30-0. Don't just look at the 5-0.
Sure.
That's why that line is so crazy for a debutant. I normally fade debuting guys. I really don't like it. Right. I find it's a lot of pressure on them. This guy's kind of making me want to change my opinion on that. But I believe Cody Durden has some skills, has some experience, and for that underdog money is worth a pick. And just the last bit of spice on it is I can't wait. If Durden wins, dude, you know what crazy shit he said last time, right?
What did he say?
He beat the Asian dude and he was like, go back to China.
Oh,
he said so. That's like the PG version, I think.
Georgia.
So yeah, So could you imagine him being in the UK and with a ethnic name in front of him? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, hooligans will rush him. No, you don't mess around out there. But go ahead. What do you got? Wait. So who'd you pick though, Rob?
I'm going with Durden. Durden.
Oh, I like it. Okay, go ahead, Rob. Mike.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say his name. How do you say his name?
Moki. What? How do you?
Mokaev.
Mokaev. All right, I'm gonna go with him. I'm not gonna pick a finish though. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a tougher fight. It's gonna be a decision, maybe even a split.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I was I was on the fence a bit about this fight because 21-year-old is pretty young, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with the young kid. I feel like they don't serve up people like they want these guys to win over in England, especially these English guys. So hang on, I'm trying to get my thing on. All right, let's go to the next one. So this one is close to my heart. This is Elise Reed. My little cousin does MMA. He's actually amateur. He's fought down in Virginia twice. 0-2. His gas tank has failed him. And he didn't wrestle in high school, by the way, Product. He should have wrestled in high school. Football. And his trainer is Elise Reed. He trains out of Kickside in Princeton or Montgomery, New Jersey. So Elise is his trainer. She didn't follow me back, so I had to stop following her, Rob.
Hey.
No. Wait, I think, do I have you guys muted? Hang on. I have you muted. Sorry. I had you guys muted. Yeah, I had to stop following her because she didn't follow me back, Elise. So anyway, long story short, I texted him. I said, does she have a chance versus this girl? She's an underdog. This girl's really young, Corey McKinney. And he said he's biased, of course, because it's his trainer, but I have to pick her on the strength of him. So I went Reed by decision, but it's only because of my heart. So go ahead.
I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm rolling with Corey McKenna on this, mainly because Elise Reed lost to Sajara Eubanks, and I'm not impressed by Miss Eubanks anymore. I used to be a Sarge fan, and it hurts me to say that. Yeah. So I'm rolling with McKenna also because you don't really often see, if you look at the line right now, the one that at least I'm looking at, McKenna is sitting at a -280 favorite. And as a Vegas boy, I can tell you, my bookies really don't often get it wrong. I know it's a contradiction to the very last pick I made, but yeah, I gotta roll with McKenna.
All right, what do you got, Product?
I'm also going with McKenna on this one. I think this is like a hype fight. One of the first fights on the card. They're trying to get the crowd pumped up. I think that's what this is. It's a hype fight.
Yeah, she's a little cute. She's 22. She's young, so we'll see if she can handle the pressure. I wonder if we can understand a word she says. Some of those girls, some of those cats from like England, can't understand them at all. Yeah, so hey, Reed hasn't fought at her weight class in the UFC, so that's why I got my pick. All right, she fought Sarge. Sarge made weight, right, and beat the shit out of her. But we'll see what happens at her own weight. Let's see. We got a couple things. Khalil Roundtree almost kills a dude in a raging fit. Is all like, I have so much value. What is that? That's his job, bro. Bruce, that's his job. Whatever, bro. Yeah, that type of killed a man. Yeah, what is he talking about? Bruce. All right, Bruce. We weren't even talking about Roundtree right now. Next, we got Jack Shore from Wales, +140 versus Timur Valley, who's Russian, 18-2. So again, I keep picking underdogs in this. I don't know why. Again, I do always slide to. They don't do a lot of cards in England that they don't. They do this in Brazil sometimes, where they like roll out these fights and want Brazilians to massacre whoever's in front of them. So I went Jack Shore. He's 15-0. He is the underdog. There's money on him. Going against Vegas again here, Specs. I got him by decision. What do you got?
I'm rolling with Mr. Shore, because honestly, I was a fan of his for a minute, seeing him Cage Warriors and stuff. I think he's pretty good. I think this is a tight matchup, like the odds indicate. I wouldn't be surprised if I lose this pick, but I like Mr. Shore. I think he has the experience already. He's fought quite a few fights in the UFC, and now he's fighting at home again. He's already fought at home plenty of times. I feel like, all the non-combative factors are with him, so go home, guy.
All right, there you go. What do you got? What do you got, Product?
I'm going to go against you guys here. I'm going to go with Timur. I just feel like it's just going to be a lot of smothering wrestling, and that's all he's going to do. It's not going to be exciting. Yeah, but I think that's just going to be a blanket matchup.
And that's terrible. But hopefully me and Specs are right there. Next, Nikia Krylov, who I actually like, versus Paul Craig, who I like. This fight I'm actually pretty excited for.
Yes.
This is like, I feel like I'm surprised this isn't on the main card. Craig is the underdog, which is, interesting because, again, another UK kind of area guy. I went Krylov. He's only lost. I think he lost to Teixeira, and he only loses to pretty good guys. Craig is a good guy though. But he's younger. He's 29. I'm gonna go with the Ukrainian by decision. What do you got, Specs?
Man, I'm rolling with Nikita Krylov on this one. Like you said, his list of opponents are pretty good. If you look at who he's lost to, Magomed Ankalaev just won a main event. Pretty good guy. Glover Teixeira, the champ. Jan Blachowicz, the former champ. So when you really look at it, he's not losing to nobodies. And I like Paul Craig. Who doesn't like Paul Craig? It's just he seems kind of one-dimensional. Like if he can't sub you, what is he gonna do?
Right.
And let's be honest, the best guy he's beaten is Jamal Hill, who could be something great, but we don't know. So yeah,
and not the greatest ground. Hill's not the greatest ground fighter, right?
And let's be honest, he I mean, hey, you win by how you win, but that's an injury win. It dislocated shoulder, right. So take it for what it is.
What do you got, product?
Specs nailed it out the park. I've been telling people all week that Craig's got one shot at this. It's going to be a submission. And that's it. His stand-up is not good. It's not there. And I'm pretty sure Nikita did decently in the grappling exchanges against Glover Teixeira when they had their matchup. It wasn't like a complete one-sided thing either.
And Glover's a really good grappler.
Right. So I'm going with Nikita on this one as well. All
right, so we're all in unison here. My 2 cents. My boy was on my reaction show yesterday. Yeah, I think so. He's got one of the toughest picks in the card. I think so too. I'm looking forward to this fight. It's not on the main card, and I think it's a good one. All right, next up we got this guy's got some hairy chest. Looks like Arlovsky. I'm going to say Shamil. I'm not going to try this last name. Versus Sergey, and Sergey looks like Ivan Drago. Looks like a killer Russian, right? Minus 300 favorite versus another Russian plus 240. Coming off 2 losses in a row for Shamil. He's 40 years old, so he's almost my age. That's pretty old. I'm going with Drago in the first round knockout. What do you got?
I am rolling with Sergey Pavlovich in this one. Shamil Abdurakhimov is, like you said, a little older, but in heavyweights, that's true. Is not the case. I believe both these gentlemen are coming off of. No. I thought it was a longer layoff than I previously was going to say. No, I mean, look, Shamil lost to Chris Dawkins and Curtis Blades. I don't really see what the upside is to picking him, so I'm sticking with Pavlovich.
There you go. What do you got?
It's funny. Shamil looks like what Arlovsky would look like if he was older, but he's actually younger than Arlovsky, so doesn't make any sense. Hard to pick against Sergey here, but Sergey should win this one under 1.5 at least.
Yeah, that's what I have it as. So, all right, let's get to the next one here. Let me go. We got Mike Grundy. Yeah,
yes, this is a good one.
And we have, it's gonna get bigger. And we have Makawan. I'm not going to try his last name. He's from Finland. He's lost 3 in a row. It's almost a near even pick 'em fight on the money. Similar age, similar size, the same reach. And we got out of Manchester. So we got the hooligan, Mike Grundy here. I went Grundy by decision, slight favorite. They're both coming off loss, lots of losses. So I don't know. That's what I went with. What do you got, Rob?
Well, this one, honestly, I'll tell you, I had a hard time. I spent a lot of time deliberating on this fight. But when I really look at it, there's an X factor that I tend to use in making picks. And one of my giant red flags is people coming off of a knockout loss. Right. And that man is Makwan Amir Kahani. And I got to see a guy recover, or male or female. If you get knocked out, I need to see you come back with confidence in yourself and the ability that your chin is still there. So with all that being said, go Grundy.
There we go. What do you got, product?
I'm a little biased on this one because I usually pick the wrestling credentials here, but Grundy's highly accredited with his wrestling credentials. Hard to pick against him. I mean, his gas tank's going to be there. And another great point by Specs. I mean, Amir Khani's coming off a bad loss. We don't know what's going to happen. It could be a ground and pound TKO.
There we go.
I went Grundy.
All right.
Decision.
And then I got to put these comments up after you talk, Mike, because it'll cover you up product. So I got two cents, right. Another tough one, two good wrestlers. Then we got with suspect cardio, 2 cents. So, hey, I guess we're gonna find out. But the good point is the knockout, come up knockout, like that point, Specs. All right, next up. So you see it's yellow. That means we're on the main card now. We lost him. Oh, there he comes back. Now you're at the bottom, Rob. Now you dropped to the bottom, Rob. I don't know what happened.
It's okay. All right. You need a strong base.
So we got Tapora, who of course was fighting with Batty, with the Pemberton with the crazy haircut in the bar or wherever they were, because I guess he said something about the Georgian country versus Jai Herbert, an England fighter, big underdog, 33 years old. Let's see, Tapora's 25. He's one of these young gunners, and I think they're setting up that Batty fight versus him because now it's personal. I love how the UFC has to say you're not allowed to do that, and then they promote it. Like, don't do that, and then they promote it. But so I'm going Tapora with the knockout. I think that again, another guy they're trying to move forward, and this guy's just in his way. He's lost two of his last. He's lost two of his last three. So I'm going to go with Tapora. You're up. You're up now because of
switch.
Now we're in different order.
Tapora by finish. Easy one.
I am gonna side with Ilia Topuria, mainly because his last fight he had to pull out because of weight cutting issues. So he's moved up now. Maybe he's gonna be feeling, 100% performance, not having to hurt himself with the dieting pre-fight. Also, it's weird when a man has when you look at the stats physically of Jai Herbert, he has 6'1" over 5'7", 77-inch reach against 69. When you just look at this stuff and the man's already sitting in the weight class, you go that guy. But once again, the wise guys of Vegas, of the desert, have it that Herbert is a plus 455 underdog. Yes. That is bait, dude. They gotta know something we don't know. So rolling and I'm gonna put my last bit of bias on this. Mm-hmm. I still feel obligated to follow Topuria until he loses because the way he destroyed Ryan Hall. Thank you, Mr. Topuria, for killing Ryan Hall. I don't like Ryan Hall. There we go. Yeah. Side hate.
And just so you guys know, Rob is in Vegas, so he can even get the itch of what I'm in Atlantic City, but he's in Vegas, so maybe you're feeling something's not right here, and we got to go with that. We got to come from Teddy.
There's a disturbance in the force.
Yes, Teddy says Tapora is very skilled, indeed very skilled, and Ryan Hall found that out, right? And
he's going to keep in a game plan too. He's very good at sticking to his game plan. So if he has something picked out for Jai, I'm confident in it. And
then we got feels like Ilya will win any way he wants here. That's good. Hey, then we got Bruce is back with a good comment. Hey, Bruce, this we like. J Spec's gonna like this. He said Ryan Hall fights like a little bitch. Yep, that's factual.
I'm actually rocking a Jersey shirt right now.
I like that. But Bruce again diving for the legs with a little bitch. You should try women's MMA. Yeah, Bruce is very hostile, and I like when you're getting at other people, Bruce, not at me. I like it. I like what you're doing, Bruce. Another one from Teddy. To be fair, Ryan Hall fight was awful, not good measure. Yeah, not a good measure, but when you fight a jiu-jitsu guy that wants to lay on his back like Maya did versus Anderson Silva, you're not going to look good. But he did look good because he actually beat the piss out of him trying to do that.
He did.
Right? And then we got last one from 2 cents. I'm going to go to the next fight. Specs is with the ear to the Vegas Strip. That's what I'm saying. We got the ear right here. All right, let's go to the next one on the main card. This is the one I'm kind of not excited about the whole card. I don't know why. Maybe I don't look into this enough. I know when Molly McCann talks, I don't know what she's. Liverpool accent's the hardest. Brits can't understand them. Got Molly McCann versus Luna Carolina. Again, so McCann's got those 2 losses sandwiched in between 2 wins and a win. She's the favorite. She's in the UK. I'm looking at them. They don't finish too often. Looks like I got McCann by decision. I don't feel strong about it, but I do get 68% right. So you're up, Mike.
I'm gonna go with Luana Carolina. What's called Carolina? I'm gonna go with her. She's got the tougher opponents. I feel like she's actually beaten them. She's beaten Lapita and Priscilla. So I'm confident in her striking. mean, it'll be a slow one, but I think she takes the significant strikes and she takes the most ring control and things like that. She'll win it.
Is it a bathroom break fight though? Is this what we're at? Is this like the bathroom break?
Yeah, I'm gonna still have a couple glasses at that time, but
all right.
I think Carolina wins this one though.
All right, what do you got, Specs?
Well, at some point, the fighter fighting at home, there's a downside to that, right? There becomes this pressure, there becomes this thing. Meatball McCann, I don't know if you guys watch British or UK boxing, she's been weaseling onto TV every which way possible. She's trying to become that somebody. I respect it. Good hustle, lady. Hustle. On the other side, Luana Carolina, that's how you say it, Carolina.
There you go.
She beat, and you brought it up, she beat Lupita Godinez, who I was really high on. So I'm really tentative on this pick. I'm not as confident as the other ones, but I'm rolling with Luana Carolina on this one.
All right, sounds good. So you're saying she's hustling. Is this kind of like Shannon Briggs chasing around one of the Klitschko bros, bro? Like she's out there chasing around people like that, or what?
She's been putting a lot of. You can clearly see she's putting effort into being recognizable, and I don't know. I don't know if that could be a bad thing. I like when people just be themselves and they're like people just respond to it organically, if that's even a phrase. But when you're trying to chase and you're purposely putting yourself in front of the camera frequently and you really haven't done anything impressive, right, to be remembered other than a cool nickname. Meatball is a fucking awesome nickname.
Who's more easy to understand? Is it Till or is it her, like the Liverpool style here? Like who's easier to understand?
As a proud beneficiary of 1776, I'm gonna say none of them can speak English.
See what I'm talking about. So we got a couple. We got McCann from Teddy McCann should win by decision. It's a beer run fight. That's what I said. Yep. Bruce is back. What's up, baby? The loser of Molly and Luana can fight Ryan Hall. I don't mind that, Bruce. I don't mind. I think that we could, crossover fights, because Ryan Hall, if he's gonna fight a girl, he's not gonna knock her out. He's gonna try to submit her. So it's not like he's hitting a woman, even, right? He's not even hitting a woman. Then we got Teddy. She's been on BT Sports a lot more. That just like Specs was saying. And then we got Sense. Feel like like Carolina could win the fight and possibly get robbed. That could happen.
That's the one right there. That's the one right there.
That's a good one. That's a good one because
we haven't talked about that yet. We have not talked about how the people and the judges overseas are very biased. So
could happen.
Yeah. Do we bring up Bisping and Silva again right now?
Yes. About Bisping, what's his name? Matt Hamill.
Yeah, a long time ago.
I'm out of energy for those fights.
Matt Hamill is the deaf fighter. He's a wrestler. He's the one that he's the one John Jones beat John Jones, but he beat him by letting him elbow him in the head.
Hamill's a super cool dude. I seen him a long time ago at a fight. He was in like the little alleyway, and he partially climbed up and reached up to shake my hand. He's a cool dude. That's all I can say.
He is a nice dude.
All right, so next up, check out. Look, this is funny. So Sato was trolling people on Twitter because people get caught up in all their weights, and like Product knows this as a wrestler, and like wrestlers cut weight, like I coach middle school, so we don't encourage that at all. Like we just tell them don't drink a water like a 12-ounce Gatorade before you get on a scale if you think you're close. That's all we do for middle school. But wrestling is a sport that cuts weight. So MMA is a sport that cuts weight. So Hooker and their stuff, they're giving us a lot of information now on Twitter of what they look like, and people that don't know get like really freaked out about it. You know what I mean? Right. So Sato posed this guy. Look at him. He's got his hands across his legs. He looks like death. He's in like a crazy ass like weight cutting suit, right? And then on the right side, check him out. Sorry, this is the real one. He's like fucking around. See him? He's like cheesing and shit. So people first were like, "You're gonna die." He's like, "I might die." People got caught up in his weight cut. That being said, he's fighting Gunnar Nelson, who hasn't fought in a while. I don't think. Right? He's coming off 2 losses, but again, he was a hyped dude a couple years ago. I got Nelson winning by submission. This is what I got. What do you got, Prague?
This one was tough for me, and not because of how good they are, because there's so many questions here, right? You got Gunnar coming back from a long layoff. Sato has been up and down, right? But I do feel like they're trying to get Gunnar back on to that hype train again. So I feel like this is one of those little gimme fights, a little layup. And I'm going to go with Gunnar.
Yeah.
I agree on many levels. Unfortunately, one let's address Sato's Twitter usage. A plus Twitter usage, Mr. Sato. Yeah. That was well done, dude. Yeah, on the other side of that, though, if you really look at him and his losses and stuff, it looks like the UFC uses this man as bait. Yeah. To be honest, doesn't look like they're challenging Mr. Nelson on the hardest level. Like you said, he's been out for a couple years, so it's almost like, come on, Mr. Nelson, like, let's get this dub here, sir. Feels what the promotion is doing. And also think about this one. If who else would come off of a almost 3 year layoff and be excuse me, I gotta look a little closer. -480 favorite. -480 favorite for a guy who's been, drinking tea and eating cheeseburgers. Like, come on, that seems crazy. While you got another guy. So what? Long story short, I gotta go with the bookies one more time. Mr. Nelson's should get this, but you know what? To contradict my own pick, once officially my pick is Nelson, but there's a part of me that hopes I'm very wrong and fuck up the world, Mr. Sato. Go for it.
I do too. I don't want him to win, but I feel like Gunnar is going to pull it out, probably by submission or something.
Right. So we got a couple tweets here. We got a couple. Teddy, just my 2 cents. I can see that for sure. The robbing of Carolina. Yeah. Then we got just my 2 cents. Sato looked bad at the early weigh-in, but is looking like a brick shithouse now. So just so you know, he was slightly bigger than Gunnar. So just my 2 cents. He was on my show yesterday, my other show, and just so you know, he does a lot of the weigh-ins. Like, and if you need to, like, I can't watch the weigh-ins. I'm always at work. Like, and I don't. He does not a Spaces, but he does it's on Twitter, like a show, and like he doesn't have his face on there because he's always got a helmet or something. But he calls all the weigh-ins, and sometimes I'll go on real quick if I'm at work and I can go on, and I'll listen to him call the weigh-ins. It's awesome. I don't have to see the weigh-ins. He'll be like, "Yeah, so and so looks like this," and he's pretty good at it. So he definitely he watches both the ceremonial and the regular, and so that's what's going on. So he looks shaky, and now he looks like a brick shithouse. That's good information right there.
Just 2 cents is on the highest of levels of MMA fans. Sees what's up.
It's a good dude. We got Teddy. The Asian juice is powerful. All right. Well, hey, again, so everybody wants Sato, especially with that A+ tweet right there. Look at that. I mean, I had to put that there. It's awesome. Fake jab. All right. So we got a couple more. We got Patty Pemlet. Now, just so you know, I won a rookie card. I didn't know they made card specs, but I'm sure you do because you know memorabilia. And I collected baseball cards, football cards as a kid, and Ricky Henderson rookie and shit, 1980. But like Patty Pemlet, I have his rookie card. That's the only MMA card I have. I have no other MMA cards, and I have his rookie card. It's worth like $25 or something like that. Who knew? So I have to root for him, even though he's a weird little dude. And I thought he took a lot of left hands in his UFC debut. I'm very concerned about that because you can't. I don't know. You can't take. He's 27. He's British. He's tough, but like. Left hands, if you take a lot of left hands, eventually bad things happen, right? So I put up a bunch of bad haircuts for you guys there, so you see those haircuts, right? You got all those bowl cuts. Lloyd Christmas, of course, is my favorite top left corner, Dumb and Dumber, right? The little boy on the right too, I like that. Not the bottom left. That kid is forgot what he's from, but that's a thick bowl cut right there. Right? Anyway, so I feel like Pemlet could blow people's parlays. You got to watch him. You take left hands, it just takes one, and you know I like the other money on the other guy just because of that. That's my only reason. Like anytime he fights, the left hand could end him. I don't know about this guy's knockout power, Vargas, but I'm concerned about it. But I got Pemlet by decision for my pick him because I have to stay on top of you product. But if I want to put money down, it's on somebody clipping Pemlet, and eventually it's going to happen. Probably not this time, but keep your money ready for when it does. Product, go ahead. Hit him.
I'm with you. I feel like it's just a matter of time, right? Kind of like Ben Askren. You finally catch somebody, you finally get that real taste of UFC fighters. I don't know if Vargas is that guy yet, but I will say it's hard to pass up those odds. I'm gonna put something on that one at least, but I'm gonna go with Patty on this one, but I will probably put a little something down for Vargas.
Yes. What do you got, Specs?
I couldn't agree with you guys more on so many levels. One, that haircut sucks.
It's terrible.
The odds are too favorable to not try to turn your McDonald's money into some seafood. You know, you literally just throw $10 at his shit. Why not? Because of all the things you said, also NJ, about Patty eating some knuckle sandwiches in his debut, getting put not fully on skates, but he was, he was definitely in deep water for a few moments. The thing though, if you really look at it, Vargas hasn't had a recent knockout. He has a knockout.
I was going to ask you. Yeah. You can look that up for us real quick.
He has a head kick victory in 2018. But then it's okay. Let's real quick. Zhu Rong was his most recent opponent. Decision. Lost to Brock Weaver. Lost to Alex De Silva. Got that head kick to Mike De La Torre in 2018 in Combates. Danny Ramirez decision. Marco Antonio Elpidio decision. So I mean, I'm already all the way back to 2017. I don't need to go any further. The guy doesn't knock people out.
They're smart. The UFC's smart.
Yeah, they know what the UFC knows your rookie card's worth $25. What do you think that he's worth to them? Right. He's one of the few names that everybody reacts to on Twitter. I'm sure you see it every day. The Paddy Pimblett hype is real. It's moving. The hype train is in motion. So they're not trying to. If anything, I'll accuse them of already trying to give him the Sugar Sean O'Malley treatment already.
Good point.
Right, and this isn't Cheeto probably, right? Because and again, that's what I was going to ask you. If this guy has a couple knockouts recently, then hey, get more money up for the McDonald's, turning into some scallops. Because having that chin like that, I'm telling you, like, so who you got Pimblett on this though? Or what?
I'm rolling with Pimblett, and also I'm going to give the young man credit. I think he's, that was his UFC debut. Talked about the pressure of that shit. I'm sure he had mad pressure with all the hype. I think he's a smart enough guy to have at least fixed some of that nonsense, that he's not going to have to try to prove anything this time out.
So I've got a bunch of comments, but like I don't know if some stuff I don't see get that like fixable. I feel like guys are it's hard to fix things, and I think this will be a problem for this kid, and I think they know it. And you even looking back to the head kick is different than a left hand. I think he can get out of the way of the head kick. He's still young. Whatever's going on with that left hand and him getting caught because he thinks he can get caught is going to. What are you doing? Back again, and we're going to discuss when it happens, and the hype train will be derailed. And what UFC did with Sean is they put him in with a tough guy finally with Cheeto, and that didn't pay off well because somebody was tougher than him, right? And had some skill. So that they've already learned from that, to watch the hype trains, right? All right, so we got just my 2 cents. He's loving Lloyd Christmas. Everybody does, right? Then we have Teddy. Vargas is very scrappy, but Patty should win. Yeah, if he was just powerful, it'd be different. If it's just scrappy, he's not enough. We got Guns Lip Gloss. What's up, girl? Yo. Ladies in the room. Just my 2 cents again. Causes swags and bangs. Yes, that's definitely his path. Feel like if Patty gets clipped, he'll panic and wrestle. Yeah, he might. I mean, he got clipped in the first fight, and he got back to it. Pimblett is a much bigger grappler. Yeah, he's much better grappler, and that's the ticket. Patty Boo, he's unproven. That's right, Guns, and he's unproven, and I keep saying it, left-handed. And then we got her again. Sense, don't make me hurt you. Boom. So let's go to the next one. I know you guys want to look more at those haircuts, but we got to keep it moving. All right, okay. So here we go. Let's keep it moving. We got the co-main event. As you see, I have the gold screen for the co-main event. As you know, it's fancy. We got Hooker versus Allen. I could say both those names. I like that. If you see Hooker over there, that's, I think, ceremonials maybe. I'm not sure when I clipped that today from Twitter, but, I mean, it looks almost photoshopped. He looks freakish. His arms are so big even though he cut weight. So he cut down. People were concerned about his weight cut. He's 32. He got manhandled by Islam, and it made him leave the weight class. It reminds me of a rapper who loses a rap battle and has to go like MGK, go to a different genre. He's gonna play Blink-182 music, right? Get the hell out of there. The problem with this is at 32, like I'm not sure where he's going with this. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow, though. I got Hooker by decision. And I like Hooker, but that's what I got. What do you guys got?
I'm going to go with Arnold by decision. I feel like it's just going to be kind of like a watered-down version of Islam. It's going to be a little more ground game, but it's not going to be the same that Islam had. I don't see a finish happening from Allen.
Yeah, I mean, he was manhandled by Islam. He was like a child with the cop move. Go ahead. What do you guys expect?
Right.
Well, first I'm going to shove in a shameless promo for the All-Star MMA Live, which is a post-fight UFC party that is done by the great JHK at JHK MMA, awesome writer and interviewer of the MMA fighters. And Dan Hooker is usually the co-host of that show. So you can talk to Dan, and he's a pretty funny dude. Pretty much after every UFC fight, obviously not this fight because he's fighting. Hello. JHK will have a different fighter as a guest, so go check that out after the fights. Go check them out. But this really hurts to break this one down because I like Dan a lot, and I'm worried about Dan in this fight because when we're talking about that home cooking, that international judging.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that Arnold could make this a very boring fight and still get the victory. Also, one of the things you pointed it out is I'm not really enthused with the weight cut thing. Anytime a guy once again, this goes into the red flag department. If I got two fighters that are really close together, I look for a red flag, and that red flag is changing the weight. A first bout at any new weight class for anyone, I don't like it. And that is the small tipping factor that's going to make me go with Allen besides the home cooking threat. But once again, I hope I'm wrong. And let's go Hangman.
Right.
But my pick is Allen. So I'm contradicting myself all the time.
And Octagon Bets loves Hooker, and I liked Hooker. I like him, but after the Chandler fight kind of let me down. Like a guy comes in and KOs him, and then he was getting manhandled at that weight, but it's hard to go back down. So I'm sticking with Hooker just because I want him to win, and that's what's going to happen, I think. So let's go. We got a couple things. I like it. Ready for a cool comment? This is from Teddy. Ready for this? Patty needs a stiff contest like Bobby Green. He don't want Bobby Green. He don't want that sauce because
but how fun would that fight be?
Bobby has hands, right? Bobby's style is hood style, and that would be fun. If Bobby, he'd have to prove he can really wrestle Patty, because if he stands with Bobby, he'll be in trouble. Yes, lip gloss is right. He does look like Dillashaw. Like honest, he does look like him up there. Hopefully, he's not on what Dillashaw was on. That was embarrassing. Teddy, he's rolling Allen. Jay Specs cut that promo. Yeah, he did. Fire. We got Hooker, baby, from Guns. Guns likes her handsome fighters. We know that. Like, she likes her guys handsome.
Who doesn't?
That's me too, right? Next up, we got the main event. Let's get to the main event, boys. We got Volkov versus Aspinall. Now, Aspinall's the hype guy from England, 11-2. And Volkov been around, and heavyweights are kind of like fine wine, right? They kind of get better as they get older. Now that win versus Hardy's slipping down the tubes as Hardy gets worse and worse every fight, right? That being said, I again, and this could be again the home cooking decision. Volkov fights seem to always go too long, I guess, and of course, Derek Lewis, it went too long, and Derek Lewis put him to sleep, right? But Aspinall, I'm not sold on the kid yet. Did Arlovsky go the distance with him, or was that the one he went? No, he finished Arlovsky.
He got snubbed. Yeah, he got choked.
Okay, yeah, I'm still gonna go Volkov just on experience in the heavyweight division. But I could, don't bet your house on this on my pick. But what do you got, Product?
I'm I'm very high on Tom Aspinall. I'm going to go with Tom Aspinall and buy a finish.
Woo!
I don't know which one, but I'm going to pick a finish.
Wow, product. Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, there's so much to consider on this. On one side of it, everybody likes to bring up the Derek Lewis thing against Volkov. Let's not forget that he was winning that fight. That was seriously a Hail Mary event in MMA, right?
That only Derek can do. But go ahead.
Only Derek can do.
Tua can do too, but go ahead.
But very few. Let's just say that. That's rare air. It's a Hail Mary shot. It worked out. But Volkov usually, if you check him out, he doesn't really get finished. Right? He doesn't often get finished. Right. Look at the people he's fought. Tybura, totally good. Yeah. Lost to Cyril Gane, who doesn't really, besides Ngannou. Beat Overeem, beat Harris, lost to Blades, top of the food chain. Everybody here is top of the food chain, really. Right. Look at everybody. And Aspinall, I think you brought it up too. I mean, Sergey Spivak and I love Arlovsky, but Arlovsky's like a solid gatekeeper now. He's at a certain level. It's different now. Yeah. Yes. So really, this is a massive, and I mean astronomical step up. This feels like Dawkins against Lewis kind of step up.
That's what I was thinking.
This is 2 levels up at least. So, man, Volkov is, like I said, he can go the whole 5 rounds, no problem. I know there's home cooking and all those kind of things worried about it, but my final words on this is I'm going to roll with Volkov. I'm going to go with the experience. I'm going to go with the quality of the opposition he's faced, and that's about it.
Now, product, just so you know, Guns lip gloss, Aspinall by decision. So you're not alone, product. I want to make sure you don't feel alone here, buddy.
Thank you, Guns.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then we got, are you a real contender spot for Aspinall? That's correct sense. Are you a real contender? We're going to find out right away now. Like,
absolutely.
This is we're not Patty Pembertoning you, right? Are you a contender gatekeeper spot for Volkov? Exactly. So that's a good point too. Are you a contender still, Volkov, or are you the new Arlovsky, right? Guns, contender, Guns with the fist pounds, and then only been chinned by Minikoff and Lewis, but chin pretty bad. True. But like I said about chins, heavyweight chins somehow repair. I don't know how. Like Overeem, sometimes his chin is like terrible, but later on it got really bad. But his chin kind of repaired. Arlovsky, I remember he was chinless for a little while. Then he came back. Like only heavyweights do this. Like the lower weights, once your chin is done, it's done. Like we saw Moraes and stuff. Like I tell you, like the heavyweights is weird. It's voodoo up there. So anyway, I want to talk about one more thing before we close the show, and maybe Mike, you throw a parlay or Specs. I don't know if you got a parlay.
I got one for you.
Yeah. I want to talk about the Kevin Holland shit, why it's not in the news as much as it should be. Me and Sense talked about this, but I'd like to hear your 2 takes on this. Kevin Holland stopped like a mass shooting pretty much down in Texas, right? Or Texas? Yeah. Was it Texas?
Yeah,
I believe so.
And he was half drunk. He didn't even do an interview because he didn't want to deal with it because he was like drunk. But he went at the guy. He said he's from the hood, and he knows in a knife fight you want to get far away, and a gunfight you want to get close to get to where the gun is, right? So he did that, subdued the guy, put him in a rear naked choke. Then he made sure the gun was far away and held the guy until the cops came. And I feel like my family should know about this guy, like at the dinner table. Like this guy stopped a mass shooting and nobody seems to care. Like, product, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, he's a real hero. Like, it's not even a joke. It's not even like a anything. That's the truth. Yeah. He could have saved at least a couple of lives that were, in that area. So
yeah,
no joke.
Specs, what do you got on that? Anything on Holland?
I'm conflicted. First off, I'm gonna say, you save lives. That's, like you said, that's the end of the story. That's it. You saved lives. So there's no other thing to say other than thank you. What I am concerned about is I like Kevin Holland a lot, and this is the second time that he has played. And I use this in a very light sense, not criticism. And I say played. I don't. He's not a cop. He's not a federal agent. He stopped a carjacking and now a public shooting. And there was 2 other men involved. He didn't go in there solo. He didn't Batman it up. But still, but still, that is still a concerning thing for me because like you said, he was drunk, and he did it. So I don't know, but I hope there's not a third time, because eventually luck will run out.
Right, like
and I don't want to, and I do not want to be crying and mourning the loss of somebody too soon.
Right, like Vernon Forrest was killed when a guy tried to carjack him, and instead of Vernon Forrest giving the car, he got shot. So Holland's street senses seem to be pretty solid, though. So I think he's going to be okay. But I'm just mad it's not in the news more, Specs. That when a shooter does this, we hear about the shooter for 2 days and what's up with the shooter and what their problem was and why they did this and if they were bullied or whatever. Like, I feel like Collins should be more celebrated than he's getting. That was my point.
He dodged the interview, man. I'm just trying to call it fair. He dodged the media. He dodged the interview. If he wasn't drunk, and he probably saved himself by not doing the interview, honestly, just if he knew he was that drunk. So, you know what? Good on him. He made a good choice, you know. But if he would have, then the media would have had something to work with. They don't have something to work with. They don't have the UFC fighter guy to go, hey, look who I did an interview with, you know. So that's all I can say.
We got just my 2 cents. He's feeling us. Thanks, 2 cents. Thanks for stopping by, 2 cents, and everybody who did stop by. We're giving our final parlays and our final thoughts, and then we'll wrap it up under an hour. We were pretty good, not bad. So give us our parlay product.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you Moore win by decision, Grundy to win by decision, Tapora straight up, Aspinall straight up, and Patty straight up. And right now that's sitting at plus 1150.
Okay. And what do you got, Specs? Specs.
I don't know the numbers to this, but if I had to put 3 people together, I don't have an active parlay, so don't hold this against me. I'm gonna go with Shore, Krylov, and Pavlovic as a solid 3-teamer. I don't know what kind of money you'd make on it, but I think those 3 guys will show up.
All right. So we got another comment from Sense. Agrees, Specs. It's risk-taking behavior. He's definitely a hero, but I don't want to see it go bad for Kev. It's right. I'm getting a Kevin Holland shirt though. That I'm okay shirt. It's on its way. Just so you guys know, I'll have it on hopefully the next show. I do. You know, he's getting choked and he's like this. Thumbs up. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd like to wish people in England a fun fight card. I'm probably watching on delay. So Specs, if I don't come by your spaces, I have a birthday and I'm probably gonna I might just not watch the results. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but everybody have a great fight night and a great fight weekend. Closing words by you, product.
No, that's it. Enjoy the fights. Enjoy some drinks. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good time, everybody.
And Specs, hit your picture. I got your thing back up on the screen, Specs, so they know where to go.
See you guys.
Man, one more time, come play. Come just hang out. It's just like this. It's just friends making picks, and someone can win prizes. That's my final thing. My final push.
All right, hey boys, thanks a lot. I'm gonna remove us all. We're gonna take us out my long outro. It gets longer every time I watch it. My intro, I swear to God, it gets longer. So anyway, hey, thanks for coming on, boys. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good weekend.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye bye.